Hey, Rock! Go fuck yourself!
You ain't got no backbone. I ain't got a trap phone. I got P's and M's and K's and O's. They're illegal, so I'm it's on my eyes. I was just a middle finger. Cannon for my feet, the bogle in the liquor. Even though I'm rapper, I think I'm a singer. Catch me in the cut, I treat the chorus like a tinger. You sound bad, I'm a South boy, some South shit. This is so this ain't all that fucking.
Damn. A yeet.
Yeet.
Man, it's another episode.
Welcome back, you favorite animals.
So, before we get into today's show, man, how was your week?
I am on vacation, so this is a little bit of I mean, I'm still going to work, but I'm on vacation from my house, so it's a little bit of tranquility. I would still like an actual vacation, but I'm planning that, so it's fine. It's been fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you not wrestling related, but related for us, and a lot of our listeners come to find out come from this area. So shout out Tampa, St. Pete, Largo, Lakeland. Appreciate you guys.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
I got that breakdown for on YouTube for our performance, and it gave me like where in Florida, and it showed me. I was like, yo, for real. I'll send you everything when we get off. Let me show you.
Oh, that's dope. That's
one
dope.
we did. One I believe we did really good. You know, for really pursuing it in this route within the last month. We've been working on things to improve the show. You know, we'll kind of, I guess we'll break kayfabe real quick. But we've been working on little things to improve the show, and it's showing, man. I'm happy about it.
I'm loving it. I am loving it, and most for sure thanking you guys out there, you know, working with us, being here along for the journey and the ride. Y'all dope for that one.
Yeah. And I know we didn't announce it yet, but Heel Turn Entertainment. We got sports coming back soon. Actually, we got some sports going on right now, but we'll get more into that another time. But stay tuned for that, because if you like wrestling and sports, we're not gonna mix this show. We don't regurgitate old shows like Pancakes and Power Bombs and, you know, stuff like that other people built.
And we're back.
What, you thought we left?
No. I was just letting them know we're back. We're back in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all thought we left for a minute? Nah. So here's the thing. When sports season comes up, we got something for you guys. Just get ready. And I know Trevor's been over to playing the new college football 26.
I love y'all. I love y'all so much that I need y'all to understand how much I'm taking away from trying to win a national championship with Vanderbilt right now, okay? I got my ass cooked by Alabama twice in one season. I cannot let that happen again here at the University of Vanderbilt, okay?
Look,
We got
Vandy's
Georgia.
one of those good shocker SEC teams, but that ain't that. Not against Bama.
Listen, first game I won in a shootout in overtime. That was regular season. I had to turn around and face them in the SEC championship and got dusted. Then turned around and had to play them in the playoffs and got dusted. We cannot allow that to happen.
Listen, Bama's one team during the season. You get SEC championship. You get college football playoffs, bro. They're a different breed.
Bro,
And
I can
not to say they're like undefeated, not anything like that. Like I'm not gonna be cocky like that as a Bama fan, but when it comes to that time frame, bro, them boys are on top of their shit. They just
There was a few times I got irritated with the controller. I cannot lie to you guys.
well, I'll send you all the stats, but MLB The Show 25. Boy, did you fuck up, Trevor?
Ah,
I'm just telling you, anomaly. You done
listen,
fucked up. You
and,
showed me that little
and
hack.
listen. In college 25, I put up 1,000 hours in that video game.
Yeah. I mean, you showed me that hack, bro. And look, we won the World Series with the Rays in our first year, and still in 2025 at that.
No, I'm not saying the issue. I'm not saying the
ML,
issue.
you know, playoff MVP, World Series MVP, bro. Not only did I break the home run record for the season, I completely obliterated it and glitched the system to where it shows that I have 8 home runs on my season total for last year. But when you go to my total for the season or my career totals, without even playing another game yet, like I'm just now in spring training, it's showing me at 284 home runs.
You're welcome.
Like, come on, 438 RBIs in a rookie year. Rookie of the year, by the way. And then we just signed a 2-year contract with the Rays, about 800,000 a year. But you know, we're betting on ourselves. Club option after year 1. They'll have no option but to re-sign me. I'm gonna bring some shit home. Home run title, batting title, MVP.
That man
Nobody's
cooking
brought home
over
an
there.
MVP yet. Ain't
That
nobody
man's
brought an
cooking
MVP
over
home in Tampa
there.
yet like that.
No, you're not wrong. Shout out to the
Now,
Bay.
all that being put aside, man, how did you enjoy the weekend of wrestling?
Saturday night main event sucked. And that we're kind of going to lead in and talk about that a little bit later. But as for that evolution, them ladies did they big one. And shout out to our new women's heavyweight champion. She really did her big one.
Yes, sir. And man, I tell you right now, I didn't have Naomi cashing in on Io Sky and Rhea. I didn't, but I fuck with it. Like hardcore, I fuck with it. But one of my things, man, is there was a injury over the weekend on Saturday that kinda turned a few things upside down. And I'm talking about the injury in the match between Seth Rollins and LA Knight. Now, we don't have any true details about this knee injury, but the one thing I can say is he is expected to miss time. And things I'm seeing with, I'm not going to say verified, source, but they're talking about 5 months. And if that's the case, that puts it about what, December, end of the year. Maybe
Yeah.
he's back in time for the Royal Rumble. Now, yes, he does have till next June to cash in that Money in the Bank. Paul Heyman is correct. Now, that being said, would they just have a briefcase walking around with Paul Heyman as the spirit of Seth Rollins while he's out rehabbing? Like, would WWE go that route and just have Paul Heyman focus on both Reed and Breaker?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Based off how Raw went, I really can see it happening that way. I mean, you had freaking you had Breaker go basically almost bell to bell. I mean, he did. He just didn't win. But you had this man go basically bell to bell, and I can see them too, or as everybody's been calling them for whatever reason, the Oracle. Um, I can see him leading for a little bit, and Paul Heyman made a good point. It's the world heavyweight title he could chase after because that kind of left the window of, oh, Seth wants to be the top. So, I mean,
Yeah, and I don't know. Seth not being around kind of, in my opinion, kind of fucks with things.
Well, let's talk about it.
Hi, well, let's talk about the man who should really be in the Smithsonian, because he's been carrying WWE on it for. He's been carrying that shit on his back, bro, for damn near a decade. And we're talking about the visionary, the revolutionary, the drip god, the messiah of Monday nights. And right now, still, Mr. Money in the Bank. Seth, I'm gonna say it my way. Seth motherfucking Rollins.
This man is a visionary. But let's not also forget the man who tore his MCL and wasn't no little punk ass bitch and clocked in, unlike union workers doing a strike.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Seth Rollins, being the spine of the WWE for, the last decade. And, the injuries. I mean, for real, 2015, he blew his knee out. ACL, MCL, meniscus. Man, he came back like it was a side quest. 22 was what? 2022 to 2024? Yeah. But if I remember correctly, he wrestled on a torn MCL again, except this time with a herniated disc. And the dude was looking like an N64 character with no neck mobility, man. This year, set out post WrestleMania 41 to finally get the surgery he'd been delaying for 2 reigns, forever and a day. And I mean, countless main events, a parade of 5-star matches. The man didn't take time off, man. He took over. Roman Reigns was on paternity leave number 7. Seth was on TV every single week. The man was on Raw, PLEs, charity signings, red carpets. Hell, he probably wrestled a match at an airport. Like, What are you thinking? I mean, run the numbers for me, man.
I mean, he had over from just pandemic till now. If you look at the landscape of it, the man had what 200 televised matches, and that's not even counting house shows and the everyday grind with that. I mean, you got to think house shows typically are Tuesday to Friday, like Tuesday to Sunday sometimes, depending on location and what events going on and what they got planned, like as extra. I mean, inaugural world champion in 2023. Hell, a year later, he was a tag team champs with Kevin Owens, and then main evented what 2 WrestleManias, or and that's time like just since 40 with Logan Paul, and then turned around and beat the dog bricks and had everybody's pennies wet because of what he did with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I
Yeah.
mean,
And you know what's crazy, man? Between Mania 40 and Mania 41, I completely forgot Seth had wrestled Logan. I feel like Seth has done so much, man, and to me, Logan's done very little. To where I guess I forgot.
well, when one guy does what we do once a week, but he picks and chooses how he wants to do that, and he's also making, beverage money. Who cares if I actually show up to the job I claim I've been a fan of and actually want to do?
Yeah, and I mean, the Cody Rhodes trilogy, dude, the Matt Riddle shit, that was absolutely donkey dick, fucking crazy. The Logan Paul cooking
The way
Gunther.
and Riddle, just that was artwork. Go ahead, my bad.
And then let's talk about, man. He averages 4 stars when WWE needs somebody to carry. I don't know if I want to say the torch or the weight, but carry them in a way that benefits everybody. It's Seth. Man, the matches between him and Finn Balor back in, a few years ago were just absolutely crazy. If you haven't seen them, man, go look them up. Like, I just before we go any further, I got a question for you, and I got a question for everybody listening. Is Seth Rollins a top 5 wrestler? Period. Just in any era. You place him in any era. I think he is. I think with his ability, he's a top 5 wrestler. He's not a top 3 wrestler.
All but one.
Which era?
The golden era, the first era. He is. I could see him attitude. I could see him ruthless. I could see him PG, kind of on. I mean,
I can see him. I can see him original early era.
I can't, for the simple fact of that if you just look at the landscape of how they were trying to go about wrestling, then
he'd be your tag team guy. He'd be your tag team guy. He'd also, I mean, in my opinion, bro, he would have. Because if you're talking golden era, I'm thinking Razor Ramon era, Diesel era.
Well, no, I was going further back to.
No, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about. Yeah, mine is. I'm thinking of. I start counting eras of like that when Mania is really starting to go. not when Vince was still pony boating his shit with Vince Senior. When we
Okay.
start getting
So
manias, and we got Andre,
okay, I give you that.
and we
Then.
got
I'll give you
Hogan.
that then.
I'll tell you right now, if Seth
Well, they
Rollins would
kind
have
of
been
count
on,
that too, but
like if Seth Rollins would have been in WrestleMania 1, he would have not. He would have main evented with Hogan or Andre. I ain't gonna be crazy, but I can see him. I can see him running around with, you know, in a tag match, or he would have probably been in that battle royal. Uh, I guess I see him being a staple, kind of in the Intercontinental division in that time frame. Even light heavyweight, you know, I think he would have really handled that era really well.
you
Now,
mean the dude whose spine is shaped like a question mark, but still wrestles like an exorcism is in progress?
yeah,
Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I can see him being those workhorse champions, but in the age that we are today, I'm not saying I'm, and this is no disregard to the actual question of him being top five in any era. My honest question is, in those eras, would he had ever became at least a world champion?
would have ever been top guy.
Right.
Um, Based on his ability and his performance, I would like to believe so. Because performance wise, man, the dude's built like glass, but he performs like steel. And there's really no denying it. I mean, look at Mania 40. Man was carrying the world heavyweight title, uh, helping Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns and Dwayne, the bald fraud.
Good
Then you
old
turn around
Paulie.
and you look at what he did. He wrestled that Saturday night, wrestled again that Sunday against McIntyre, defending the title. Yeah, he lost the title, but on top of that, came out later that night to help Cody Rhodes defeat Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes help Cody Rhodes finish his story. You
Okay.
know, but one thing I want to really point out is the character evolution of Seth, bro, because we're talking from the Shield, rebranding himself to the Monday Night Messiah in 2020, preaching pain, like a televangelist with daddy issues, you know,
I
becoming
mean,
the visionary with the drip, becoming a visionary drip lord in WWE. We're an obnoxious ass, the suits, but man was doing some motherfucking serious work, and you can't deny that at all. And now the rest of 2025. Well, I mean, hell, in early 2025, look what he was doing, man, kicking ass in the Rumble. You know, they're just it's gonna suck because he put in work in the Rumble, put in work in the Chamber. He put in a damn good job of work at Mania 41.
I mean, I'm liking the way you broke that down, and I'm not discrediting it. I love it, and if anybody knows me, I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan, huge Seth Rollins fan. Like, there's no question about that at all. But with this injury comes the question: is he being pushed too hard? Are they pushing everybody too hard? What is now going to be when you have half of your roster, half your storylines all locked up in injuries? Like, do you really believe that y'all could overcome that?
I mean, to me, Seth isn't just a workhorse, man. He's the glue holding together the house while everybody's too injured to perform. You know, they're too part-time to come to work. They're too Hollywood, or they're too hell, man. They're even too busy gaslighting creative. You know, so is he being pushed too hard? I don't necessarily say he is. I mean, maybe we could argue it a little bit, but I don't know if he really is, because at the end of the day, he could easily turn around the way a lot of others have done and said, "Hey, I can't wrestle, I'm hurt." He took the time off after 41, got his knee kind of, healed up a little bit and came back. Why didn't he just get the work done? So is it them pushing him too hard, or is it him just pushing himself or not limiting himself while injured? Because while we're all quick to talk about, is it said company or team pushing the performer or worker too hard, when in reality is the worker just not speaking up and attempting to perform and putting themselves and others potentially in a harmful situation?
Gotcha.
You know, it
I mean, you also got it like this where Roman's God mode. His legacy is gonna be one of those ones that it's gonna take a little while to touch, a little while to knock something off of that. I'm not trying to
you're right.
discredit Seth's legacy, but Seth's legacy is kind of like the chef manager of the galaxy. So like you got Roman Reigns, owner, CEO, GM, kind of like a Jerry Jones kind of thing with his legacy, and well, Seth's kind of like, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm not gonna be rude. I was gonna be rude. I was gonna be rude. I ain't gonna be all the way rude because I'm a Seth Rollins fan. But kind of like Pittsburgh legacy, kind of hand in hand. But Pittsburgh's a little bit more grittier. Dallas is a little bit more shiny. Like they're nonsense, and yeah, I'm not gonna go down that route. We'll save that for the football side. But I mean, you can't deny it.
You're right. You're right. But think about this, man. The Monday Night Rollins persona, man, it wasn't just a nickname, man. It was a legacy. And the next time the conversation comes up about the greatest of all time in this era, again, you got to talk about Seth Rollins. If he's not the guy, he's top 3. And if he's not in my opinion, if he's not in top 3 in your book or anybody's book, it's time to just burn the shit down, man. Like, there's nothing else to say about it, in my opinion. You got Roman,
Do you mean
who
all
ran the
time
W.
or just this era?
I'd say of this era, he is
Okay.
one of the top 3 of all time. Now, if you put him in any era, he would still come out at the end of his career as a top 3 superstar.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion. And for me, you got Roman running WWE like a mob boss. And Roman or Seth ran that shit like a motherfucking sweatshop. One's over here is the head of the table. The other one's building the damn table. He wrestled on the damn table. He tore his MCL falling off of the damn table. So, again, Seth Rollins, the MVP of the WWE.
So I'm gonna throw you something, and I want to see what your feedback is.
Okay.
Is Seth Rollins able to recreate, just because of injury history and workhorse history, is he able to recreate and be a better Shawn Michaels?
His knee, so Seth Rollins' knee injuries are exactly what Shawn Michaels' back injuries were. I would like to believe that he'd kind of be able to recreate himself to be a safer, version of himself, like Michaels recreated himself. My problem with it is, like, I think back to when both Roman and Seth had the top titles on their brands. Seth he was the inaugural world heavyweight champion, and you had Roman as, your undisputed champion. You had Seth Rollins on Raw over here doing work, bro, putting in the work. Again, workhorse. And the way he was defending his title made Roman's title defenses look like load management in the NBA.
I mean, and we all know how we feel about the NBA and its issues.
I mean, I'm just saying, though. To me, Seth Rollins didn't just ride the rail, man. He fell off that motherfucker. Doing it for the people. Busting his ass, putting on, in my opinion, a lot of time, 5-star matches. Elevating talent, bro, on top of that. Even turning around at this point and elevating 2 other superstars who maybe not need him to be elevated. I mean, obviously Braun Breaker needs a Paul Heyman as a mouthpiece. They're already touting him to be the next big thing, and I see some shit coming. That being said, I think Seth Rollins is one of those guys that he is a veteran amongst veterans, man. Like, he is one of the guys. I think when his career is done, I don't know necessarily that we look at it as he reinvents himself like a Shawn Michaels, but I think in a way is able to reinvent himself and redo himself the way Randy Orton has been able to do, the way Edge has been able to do before he decided to jump off a 25-foot steel cage and break both legs. WWE ain't gonna allow that. They're gonna make sure Seth is at least, being safe. And maybe you get rid of, a couple moves to alleviate the injury to your knees the way you do. Because he puts a lot of bang and a lot of beat and bang on them on his knees. I'm just I'm stuck on the fact, man, that Seth Rollins is that dude, and WWE's got to figure out what to do now with this Money in the Bank, because I can see it going a few different ways, and we can kind of finish up with this because I want to talk Evolution. I thought that was a hell of a PLE, but Seth Rollins, real quick, and we'll close this part out. He's either going to cash in as his comeback, or he finally has to call it quits. Now, I'm leaning towards the return of Seth Rollins being a cash in, because I see your world heavyweight champion being none other than Braun Breaker.
I like that. I like that a lot.
But hear me out.
And I like the way it's being pushed too, if Heyman is giving the moniker.
Yeah, but hear me out on something. I would love to see having CM Punk beat Gunther at SummerSlam. December time frame. I do believe you got a Saturday night main event after a Survivor Series. So I see possibly a Saturday night main event being CM Punk, Braun Breaker for the WWE title. You get Seth Rollins returning, attempting to cash in. Braun Breaker goes to spear CM Punk. Get Seth Rollins. You get CM Punk takes Braun Breaker out of the equation for the moment, and Seth Rollins, 1, 2, 3, retains the title. You get a feud between Seth and Braun, because you can't let the big dog off the leash without the, I'm not gonna say master, but without the handler letting go.
Fair enough.
So
I I can see it pan out that way, and I wouldn't be mad. But I would also say, speaking on next big thing news, I slid you a video earlier today. I don't know if it came through all the way. I was doing that while I was driving. Don't drive and don't no texting and driving people. Anyways, I sent you a video of Maya Lesnar's new boyfriend who plays in the NFL.
man, rough.
First off, if those two actually had a kid, that kid's gonna be a behemoth. That man's gonna move some shit.
Yowie wowie.
I'm just being honest. He's a rookie. He plays. I think they say he plays for the 49ers, but he's a rookie guard who's 303 and like 6'5". Redonkulous. Like that man. First off,
I mean,
if you're
let's look at it real quick.
Point, this has to
alright,
be considered eugenics. You guys know Brock Lesnar's daughter? You know, Maya Lesnar? She's a bit of a tank, as you could imagine, being the offspring of Brock Lesnar. She's got a list of accolades that I couldn't even fit into a single screenshot. She's fucking her when it comes to track. Mind you, this is D1 track at Colorado State. Well, now apparently she's in a relationship with rookie guard Drew Moss, who just got drafted to the San Francisco 49ers, who's a comfortable 6'3", 303 pounds. Oh, man. Like, this... Is this part of, like, the Super Soldier program or something? I need you to understand, if they have a kid together and that kid happens to be a boy, whatever sport he wants to compete in, he's going to be the best at. He's going to be absolutely massive. And the scariest part is, the moment that kid can walk, you better believe Grandpa Brock Lesnar is teaching him some elite level wrestling. Oh boy.
Oof.
listen. I was always wondering who was gonna be the brave soul to date that woman. That woman. I was trying to figure out who was gonna be that brave soul. Apparently, it's Zach Moss.
Goddamn.
They're just bred different in the Middle East or in the Midwest. My bad. I don't know. Same shit.
No, they shouldn't breed at all. No.
He said, "Nah, shouldn't breed ever."
Bro, there's already enough ugly in the world, man.
First off, if you like it, I love it. If you know, you know. Oh, you like it, I love it. That's all I'm gonna say to that one.
Yeah. But we got about 10 minutes left of the show. Let's run through this evolution real quick, man. You know, in my opinion, it was a good PLE. I dug it. I'm gonna give it the A, bro. Because for the weekend
Oh, yeah.
they took over. They did their shit. They showed that evolution needs to be a yearly thing. Just
If
my
you're not gonna
personal
give it to
opinion.
us yearly, if you're not gonna give it to us yearly, at least every other year or something. Because
You gotta do
I
it
did
yearly.
see they were kind of talking about, we don't know if it fits and floats, but the way those ladies delivered and took over the weekend, to the fact that it even rolled into Monday show. Basically, you didn't get a men's match until the main event. Like, it was just, I mean, there was an old woman sighting, but other than that, it was beautiful. And when I say old woman, as in the woman that's on child support, hey, I'm not gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let that go. We have came a long way, my guys. We have come a long way.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
hella freeze
bash
over if
Nikki.
it's a black dude.
I'm not gonna bash Nikki for 1 week. Only because Stephanie Vicari came out and helped her, and wow.
Nah, fuck that shit. This hill turn. Fuck all that.
She could. I will. Here's my part with it. I am glad WWE didn't go with the route of having Nikki Bella win that battle royal.
But
I'm glad it had. I'm glad it
why
had.
would she? Wouldn't
I'm
she
glad it was Steph.
things like that?
You know damn well, just the way Charlotte Flair came back and won it, just like John Cena damn near came back and won it. You know, this random ass WWE Hall of Famer, aka legend Nikki Bella.
Huh?
I'm glad she didn't
I heard,
win.
I heard you. I'm an asshole. I just work here, guys. Maybe I'll get fired. Who knows? Check back next week. But
Oh,
speaking,
you ain't getting fired.
first off, I was talking about my actual job.
We can't get fired
Oh,
here.
no, we really can't. I mean, y'all can what call him and say you can cancel us if you want to. We'll just be back like roaches.
That part.
But I speaking on the women's pay per view, it really was good. Shout out to Stephanie Valkyrie, who's gonna get her shot at Clash. They really are pushing her, so that's good. But now it makes it that element of surprise again because before we even get to Clash, we got what SummerSlam in like 2 weeks, and um
Yep.
we got a triple threat match against Mommy and Io Sky, which it maybe didn't pan out all the way like I called it, but like I said, Mommy can't have it where she beats Io Sky for the first time on, and this is no discredit to Evolution, but a PLE of that stature, it needs to be on a higher PLE. So if she's gonna win, I feel like SummerSlam would be the place she can win and get the pinfall victory. Like, yeah, she could win and pin Naomi, but that ain't no storytelling. You trying to tell a story on top of letting them put on a 5-star match, which that's what that was a 5-star banger. You let her get the pin. Um, that was beautiful. Shout out to her, Naomi and Jade. Oh my Lanta.
Man, that was
Oh,
again. I didn't expect Naomi to cash in on Rhea and Io, but it happened, and it was done in a beautiful way. That I'm glad it didn't happen on Tiffany the way I thought. It, congrats to Naomi, man. Like she definitely fucking earned it. And it'll be interesting to see if Jade doesn't somehow either face her at SummerSlam or beat Tiffany, become champion, and we get a champion versus champion type thing at Survivor Series.
I would love the authentic Survivor Series one more time. Don't get me wrong, I like war games and I love it, but an authentic, and I do mean an authentic Survivor Series, would slap that much harder, guys.
And hell, bro, you go and let Bianca go down to NXT for a couple weeks, get that title, be a part of that match.
Hey,
Be the one that elevates NXT.
first off, shout out to Dustin Fedora, uh, UFC fighter. My dog is going to retire. I know I kind of diverted that, but shout out to him. That's going to be a banger of a match versus Max Holloway. It always is. Always is. It's just going to be banger for the BMF title. Oh, if you like
Oh
combat
damn.
sports, I'm your guy. I'm sorry.
But
I'm
the
tapped
one
out. That's
match I
all I
do want
got.
to talk about was Trish versus Tiffany.
Where was the blonde ref at?
I mean, I'm so glad we're thinking alike right now.
Like we couldn't even afford a blonde wig or some shit. Like,
No, we had
dang.
her. We had her. We seen her at the end of the show in the Battle Royal.
Like you had one job, put all blonde women in one match. You had a Minnesotan, a Canadian, and whatever homegirl is. Like you could have pulled off the whole trifecta right
I don't know
there.
who she is, but welcome.
Shout out to the referees. Y'all do an amazing job. Also, I'm not gonna lie. Loki, that tag team match was a banger. It was a sleepy banger, put it that way.
Yes.
Basically, everybody did their big one, and it kind of finished how it was either retain or they. To me, it was either they were gonna retain or it was gonna be Alexa and Charlotte and make it all make everybody just confused and pissed the fuck off. But Loki, very low underrated banger for that card. And then the triple threat match. Oh my. Oh, that match. Shout out to Becky Lynch, man.
That was, man.
That, ooh. That's sad in a sense. That, well, it's not sad. That shows you how our creative is running right now. That it's really geared for the women's to go out there and just lay that shit on the line.
It's gonna be cool to see what happens, man. You know, you got SummerSlam coming up. You got Clash in Paris coming up. Probably another fucking Saturday night main event coming up.
I'm pretty sure that's guaranteed somewhere.
I know they got a few things, and then we get what I say, Survivor Series. It's gonna be fun. That's all I
Uh,
got for this week's episode. Is there anything you got?
I'm be honest. I'm tapped out. Um that's all I got for you, boss.
Well, and I just want to give a shout out to our affiliates and sponsors. W Energy, man, they definitely had us both going and kept us both going through this entire episode. So shout out to them. You can go on
Shout out to
w.gg and use promo code HEELTURN for 10% off your order. Also, shout out to Full Moon Radiance Glow in the Dark Hair Extensions. If you're trying to look good for festival season coming up, going out to the club, we're just having a fun time. We're just looking to upgrade your look. Hit up Full Moon Radiance for their glow in the dark hair extensions. They do come unbraided. You can sew them in, you can braid them in, you can reuse them, and they are non toxic. With every purchase, you do get a UV black light charge light flashlight, or I'm sorry, which is a $30 value. And if you hit them up and tell them Heel Turn sent you, you're gonna get 10% off your order, and you will also get a
Who don't like
second.
saving money?
Yeah, exactly. You'll also get a second light for free. Just remember, tell them Heel Turn sent you to get that second flashlight for free. Don't go hitting them up and be like, "Oh, you didn't send me this," and they're gonna look at it and go, "Did you give me a promo code?" And if you don't tell them Heel Turn sent you, you're SOL.
That's on you,
So
boss.
don't go yelling at them, and don't come yelling at us because you fucked up.
That's on you, boss.
Last but not least, shout out to our boy Matt Grisham and Goat TV. Unlimited amount of channels when it comes to this movies, TV shows. It's anything you want, it's there, man. If it's live, it's there. movies in theaters, don't worry about spending that money, bro. Save the $100 that you're gonna spend on a couple tickets and some food and some popcorn. Go get some popcorn. Go get some food. Spend the $30. Talk to Matt Grisham and get Goat TV and go watch that movie in the comfort of your own living room with your family. And the best part about it,
Wasn't
when the
on
movie's
that.
over, you ain't got to leave. And you can watch it all over again. The part you miss, you can watch it. So again, tell them your boys at Heel Turn sent you, and you're gonna get your first month for only $25. After that, it'll be $35 for the basic, and your premium. Hear me out now. Your premium is only $50.
I have it. I love it. I use it. It's baller. You know you want it.
And
And
that
then think about it
premium,
too.
and I just want to say this: that premium isn't you're gonna get extra things. No, it's just you can use it on more than one device. You can secure more than one device. That's all that is. So don't go flipping out and
Why
thinking that you're
not?
gonna get all this extra shit. No,
Let me
it's
let
one
me put it to you
standard
in easy
app.
terms. I'll put it to you
Huh?
in easy terms. I say I'm gonna put it to them in easy terms. Very, very easy, simple terms. Would you rather be Archie Manning or would you rather be Tom Brady with 7 rings? I'm pretty sure you want 7 rings. So why
Yeah.
not get GOAT TV and be like the GOAT and just be baller? Flex on your friends that you can watch wrestling and 3 football games at one fucking time. Flex on your friends and be like, hey, oh, the new Superman movie, I'm gonna watch that bitch on the GOAT TV at the house. So then I can also eat a steak dinner and feel very American. Like, come on, easy slight work.
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't even a DC fan like that, and here I am shouting out the fucking Superman movie.
Hey, I feel you, man.
I'm sorry,
I
Spider Man. I'm sorry. You know what? Send me Spider Man pictures if you're a real fan. Send them to the Hill Turn. Send Spider Man pictures. That's one way.
yes, sir. No, that's all we got for this week of Heel Turn. Now, these opinions are ours only, and if you don't like it, that's just too goddamn bad. Because nobody asked for your opinion. Nobody asked for your thoughts. This is our show, our moment, and if you appreciate what we're doing, just do us a favor. You see that thumb and that bell in that little right corner? Go ahead and at the top, hit us with the like, hit us with the subscribe, hit that, make sure that bell is on, make sure you find out when all of our shows are going. And if you follow us on Facebook, you can find us at now Heel Turn ENT on Facebook. That is Heel Turn ENT. And you can join the Heel Turn Wrestling official Facebook group. That is the official Facebook group. Just go and type in Heel Turn Wrestling. The group will pop up and you hit join. We are your admins, we are your moderators, we are everything. We will accept. You have freedom of speech on that page. You have freedom of expression on that page. Bring your A game if you do, though. Don't just come talking like a keyboard warrior, little bitch.
First off, I'm gonna tell you how much you need to bring it. Arguing with me, I do it for fun. Okay? So I argue for fun and I get to do it for free. And I love free shit.
Sometimes it's just fun to piss some people off, cause a little chaos. And this chaos this week was brought to you by W because everything we do is just full of high energy. I'm Lucien Cage. That's the anomaly baby face.
As you already know. So if
Any
you ain't a
last
little
words, my man?
bitch, oh, I was gonna say if they ain't no little bitch, I'll see them next week.
Yes, sir. We will see you next week. And again, the kayfabe, it ain't dead. We're just not gonna sugarcoat the bullshit for you. We'll see you next week.
You let the real gorilla out. You let the real gorilla unsheltered immediately. Gotcha, bitch.
Whisper words on the heart as I'm holding close. Keep a shadow from the dark. Oh my love, oh my love. Hold your breath and dive in.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business.